Right now, I've got the spacer plate in position. It's all strapped up at the minute, as you can see, G-clamps and everything everywhere. And that's all in position now. I've scribed some holes onto the fast track chassis, so I know where that's going to bolt onto. And I've scribed these two holes, these lower two holes, onto here. So I know that them 4 holes are going to go onto there. At the minute, the frame is still set out a couple of inches out. I've got wooden spacers in. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill all these holes out, have the frame off and everything, all that, drill all them out, get that spacer plate bolted back on in the correct place. Then I can then bolt this on using these lower 2 holes. And in the meantime, I'll then cut this bar out, obviously. Then the whole lot can go back, and then I can then mark the last 2 holes on the weight carrier part of the frame, drill them out, and we can get it all bolted on then. And yeah, should be good. Got some tricky drilling and getting bolts in, because this bit here on the fast track is boxed in. There is some holes to get bolts in, but it's going to be a little bit awkward. But I really only need to get 2 bolts in that, and that'll be fine. So anyway, next job, have all that off and get the old mag drilled out. Of course, turn miserable out there now. Right, I'm going to do the easy ones first. I'm going to drill the holes in this frame, so that this will then bolt onto the actual front linkage. So yeah, got 4 holes to drill here. Like I say, we've scribed them out. So centre punch. .24mm rotor broach, perfect fit for that. It'll just give me a little bit of wobble room with the bolts, because you know, you sometimes just need that little bit of leeway, like, you know, if you're not within, you know, you're not sort of milled perfect. So that just give a bit of room to play. The thing I am worried about, I'm not worried about this bit, but the thing I am worried about is the bolts in on the fast track side, on the chassis, because it really is limited access on that. It really is. It's sort of boxed in, a bit like this, if you imagine. It's sort of like that, but imagine you've got a bottom on it. You know, it's got, you know, steel on the bottom, and you've got sort of a hole here, and there's the hole on the back, I think, something like that. Very limited access to get a bolt in or a nut on. You know, get a nut on, like. So I am thinking it's thick enough to tap. So I'm thinking of tapping the chassis. I've got a big enough bit to do it, I think. Yeah, we looked at them on part 2 of my tool vids not so long ago, a few weeks ago. So that is what I'm thinking of doing. Then obviously I can just wind it in, spring washer on it, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, bish bosh, no farting around trying to get nuts on the back. So that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, start off with the easy bit. We will get these holes drilled, which will be a doddle with this old girl. I will get the oil out on this one. A lot of you told me off for not using oil the other day on, you know, it weren't very thick steel. and I didn't bother to use oil. So, but you know, we're drilling. What are we drilling here? .21mm steel. So that's only just in the capability of the cutter. They're 25mm cutters. So yeah, we're only just in the depth of the cut. So it's a chunky bit of steel we are drilling, and you'd hate to try and drill this with anything other. So let's fire her up. At least it ain't gonna move. Bit of clear silicone grease, that'll keep it cool. Yeah, it's going to have a good old hold on this, definitely. Right, let's fire away. Zero. Missing his glass. Should have been wearing them. Not as much risk, but my eyes are shit magnets. They attract shit, they do. What a monster of a hole. Check that out, that's the slug we just cut. That is a chunky old bit of steel, that is. Well, I'm just going to do a test now before I go drilling holes in the fast track. I've got a bit of 10mm steel, same as what's on the front of the fast track there, same thickness. And basically I'm going to tap hole. I've got an M20 tap, so it's a proper big tap. Finally going to come into its own. So what I want to check is basically it's the size hole I want to drill to tap a hole for an M20 tap is 17.5. I haven't got a 17.5. I've got an 18. So I'm just going to do a check. Just going to drill a 18mm hole in here, and then I'm going to tap it. I'm going to screw wind the bolt in and just see how tight it is. I'm hoping it's going to be alright. I mean, what's 1/2 mil between friends? Not a lot, is it? So, right, fingers crossed. A big old tap. It should, in theory, with a 1/2 mil wider hole it needs, it should tap pretty easy. But not too easy, and it feels tight enough. There we are through. Lovely jubbly. Right, let's see how we get on. I'm gonna wind it right in. I want to see how sort of tight I can go with it. Oh, what is she? 30? I presume she's a 30. I'll tell you what, the threads on it aren't. They're a bit tight like the head of the bolt there. Right, we are done up now. Oh. You know what? I'm happy with that. 4 of them, job be good. Well, what a miserable day to be doing this, but let's get these drilled. One done. Right, let's tap these holes. Hopefully we've got enough room for the tap to go around. I think we have. There we go. I'll have to get a something a bit shorter, ratchet or something on the top ones, because see there won't be clearance for the this holder. Oh, it's catching now anyway. Bugger, I've got to get something a bit more compact. Oh, I've got it rigged up, so now I've got a ratchet on the job. Oh, that is through. Basically, so all I've got is I've got a 1/2 inch drive, 12mm standard socket that goes over the onto the tap, and then you can just use a 12mm Allen key to go in there onto the ratchet. Simples. What a miserable blooming day. A bit. Oh, I wish I had a shed to do this in. Yeah, we're through, I think. I was just hoping, pray I got them in the right spot. Right, so I'm just getting this spacer block hung in position. I did have it on the table, I thought that was perfect, like, and obviously I can't get the bolts in there, so just gonna squeeze it in. So strap's holding it up, and then the clamp is just stopping it from jiggling. So I should be able to pull the table out. Right, now a bit of luck, we should be able to. I should be able to get in and get these bolts started. Right, good old ratchet spanner, 30mm. Finally, something is bolted on there. Spot on, I'm happy with that. That fits a treat as well. Even I'm surprised at how well that fits. I was aiming for a flush fit. I don't think you're going to get much flusher than that. This side, you may wonder, oh, why ain't that flush? Purely because this, if I go there, you can see the where the weights have been on it. Previous owner, it's bent the plate, so that'll want just pulling back forwards when I get this off again, and just straightening up. But no, lovely. Couldn't be happy with that. We can now get the frame bolted on there, and then that allows us to mark up for the other two holes that are going to be actually on the weight carrier section. And we are getting close, boys. We are getting close. Woo-hoo. Right, I can't put it off any longer. I've got to cut this bar off now. I've been putting it off, but let's do it. It's off. At least it looks like it should have front linkage on there now, because the ones that come from the factory don't have that crossbar. So I was just a little bit out on the far side there. Just got to grind that flush. This side, perfect. Right, just gonna nip these up now. And then I can mark out the top holes. Right, let's scribe them out like so. Check we are. I'm just using that top bit there on the frame of the tractor to gauge that we're level, and bloody hell, that is level. Happy days, happy days. Right, when whip the frame off again, and then we can drill these 4 holes out, lob some bolts in, and then that is finally. I was trying to think. Yeah, it's finally going to be in its mounted position. Blimey. Right, how long it took? The only thing I've got to debate now is, obviously you can drill them and then that's ready to go on. Do I risk it and paint it before I put it back together? It's a possibility, because it's such a heavy bit of kit to manhandle around. Well, I'm inclined to just put it all together, put everything together and test it before I then paint it. It means a bit more work, but at least then I'll know that everything works, and I haven't then got to do a bit of grinding or a bit of cutting when I've painted it. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll fit it together, make sure everything works, and if I've got to do any modifying I can, and then have it all off again and paint it. Right, howdy folks. Now you may be wondering why I haven't sort of been posting as many videos as I normally do this past sort of week or two, and that's because a week and a half ago I rolled my ankle over and snapped the tendons. I had the pop. It wasn't pleasant. I mean, I've dislocated my knee 3 times in the past, and it was on akin to that. But obviously I didn't dislocate the ankle, I just popped all the ligaments, and it went with a right old boop, like that. So that's why you've not been seeing quite so much of me. This is some stock footage I took a year and a half ago, not past autumn, the autumn before, hence the silver exhaust on the TW, and never released it yet, so I thought this was a good bit of video to just do this audio over. Yeah, so I've been sort of housebound for the past week and a half, and hobbling around with a stick. So obviously I've had the footage in the bank from doing the front linkage, and obviously also put the little cinematic part up of the Deutschfahr video that me and Mucker put on Talking Point. So that, you know, then couple of bits up, but it might be a little bit of a while before I get anything else up, because obviously I'm a bit limited. But what I have been doing is, because I've been missing the farming job, I've been on Farming Simulator 22 for quite a bit, just because I've been, you know, getting withdrawal symptoms of farming. So, but what I have been doing is I've been recording some of them sessions and putting them on my other channel, Saunders Farms. Now there'll be a link in the description and at the end of the vid. So if you want to see me doing a bit of farming, albeit virtually, because our drone was all over the shop here. This is the DJI, and just when I just got it, so I was sort of still playing around with it. But no, if you want to see me doing a bit of virtual farming, head over to Saunders Farms. I'll be on there. I've released quite a few videos on there now, and take a look at that. And but yeah, hopefully I'll be back on my feet soon and getting back on with the job, because I am, you know, I literally haven't been out of the house for well over a week now. I did have to go out on that Saturday when we had Storm Eunice to save a couple of fence panels, and that really didn't do me for a lot of good, because I'd only done it 2 days before then, so that really didn't help. But we did manage to save the fence panels, so that was good. So yeah, hopefully I shall be back out and doing a bit. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me. Like I say, check out that Saunders Farms. It's not as bad as you think it will be. It's quite good. I quite enjoy it. Like, it's you know, it's a bit of fun, and I do find it quite relaxing. And of course, you know, it's bloody realistic, and because I can't do the real thing at the minute, it's a good substitute. So yeah, you know, just watching this bit of video, because I haven't seen, you know, it's been on the hard drive for over a year. I haven't really seen it since I put it on. But you know, if you could hear that sound now, obviously it's drone, so we ain't got any sound. But she was purring away that day, push up that hill. This is known as Hill Field. This is. Yeah, she's a fair sight, isn't she? She's a fair old lump. Look forward to doing a bit of work with her again. But anyway, that's the end of this video. I thought I'd just keep you all up to date with what's happening, and why sort of I've not put many videos up recently. That's why my ankle's knackered. Hopefully I'll be on the mend soon. And anyway, like I said, go check out Saunders Farm, and if I don't see you there, I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ta!